Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to start lesson 3 in our math book. I'd like you to follow along with the lesson on the screen first, and then we'll go into the math book together. So lesson 3 is titled Count Coins. So I am going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you that now that we are starting to count coins together, we're going to find that the coins are all mixed up in a pile, just as if we were holding a pile of coins in our hand that we just took out from our wallet. So when we have a pile of coins and we need to count them, we also need to remember that we need to put the coins in order from the greatest value down to the smallest value or the least value. So what that means is that if we are working with quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies, we want to try to count them in that order. You'll remember from class last week, I showed you how tricky it is if we start counting backwards by starting with the pennies. Okay, so what we are always going to do is look at the coins first and find out which ones we should add first based on which one has the highest value. Okay, so here is our first example. And I want you to imagine that group of coins in your hand, but I'm going to show you also what we will do in our book when we are going to count coins that are all mixed up together like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at the different types of coins that I have. So I have a quarter, dime, penny, penny. Now, when I am ready to add these up, I am going to actually number the coins in order. So I would want to add a quarter first, then the second quarter, second. Then the dime, I will add third. So see how I'm just putting little numbers by each coin to help me keep track when I go down to add them. The penny will be the fourth coin, and this penny will be the fifth coin that I add. Now in your book, they have made the circles for you to represent the 5 coins that you need to add. Okay, but sometimes they're not going to do that for you with the circles and the amounts inside. Instead, they will just give you the lines. Okay, so it's really important that we're practicing numbering the coins and how we're going to add them in what order. So I'm going to start with my quarter. Okay, a quarter is worth 25 cents. That's our highest amount. So the first thing that I'm adding is 1 quarter, and that's 25 cents. Now, each time I go on to the next coin, I can imagine that plus sign is in between the 2 coins. So 1 quarter plus another quarter would be 50 cents. Now I can imagine another plus sign in between. So 50 cents plus 10 more is 60 cents. And 60 plus 1 cent is 61 cents. And 1 more penny or 1 more cent is 62 cents. So my total here for the 5 coins is 62 cents. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do today is number the coins in the same order that we're going to add them from the greatest value down to the least. Okay, so all I did was just little numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, I'm ready to add, and that will help you keep track of what coins you've added already. All right, so I'll go ahead and erase this, and we'll try another example. Okay, here's the next example. And as you can see, they're really mixed up in there. And like I said, you can imagine you're like holding a little pile of coins in your hand. And then what we've been doing in class is laying them out on our desk. So unfortunately, I forgot to send home your bags of coins. So we'll just be working in the book over these next couple days. And then when we're back together, we'll be doing a lot of counting with your real coins. Okay, so we can get used to the pictures this week. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at the group of coins that I have. So I can see I have no quarters, but I have 2 dimes. I have a nickel, nickel, penny, nickel. Okay, so I'm going to want to make sure that I add the 3 nickels together, and then the penny will be last. So let's practice. We will number the coins that I'm going to add. I'm going to add this dime first, then the second dime, then third, I'll add a nickel. Fourth, I'll add another nickel. Fifth, I'll add another nickel. And last, or sixth, I'll add our penny. Okay, so as we go on throughout the line, I know which coins I'm going to add. So the first coin is a dime, and that is 10 cents. And then I have my imaginary plus sign, so 10 plus 10 is 20 cents. Here's my plus sign. 20 cents plus 5 cents is 25 cents. Plus 5 more, 25 up to 30 cents. Plus 5 more, 35 cents. Plus 1 penny, 36 cents. So altogether, for those 6 coins, I have 36 cents. Now, by taking the time to be able to see the different coins that we have in the beginning will help you to know that you've added all 6 coins. So in this case, we did. We added our 2 dimes, 3 nickels, and 1 penny, and a total 36 cents. So I'll try another example, and then we'll be closer to going into our book also. Okay, so we'll do this one. And what I'm going to go back to is our ebook, where you'll be able to see exactly what your page looks like. So give me just a second. I'm switching over. This will be on page 495. 495. And you can actually turn over to 496. 496. Okay, 496 in your math book. Okay, so now that I'm sharing that with you, I'll zoom in. Here was the first, Here was the first example we did together. So let's go back and do that now with your book. And like I said, this was page 496. First step is to number the coins. So I have a quarter, which will be first, another quarter, which is second, a dime, which will be third, a penny, which is fourth, and another penny, which is the fifth coin that we'll add together. So quarters are 25 cents, dimes are 10 cents, and pennies are 1. So you can see they're already written for you. You can go ahead and trace them. 25 cents plus another quarter is 50 cents, plus a dime is 60 cents, plus a penny is 61 cents, plus another penny, 62 cents. So altogether, this group of coins, 62 cents. All right, so I'll go ahead and erase these numbers and we'll go down to the first example. So each time that we are counting the group of coins, I want you numbering them. It's also a great way that I can see what work you're doing and how you're showing your work. So that is going to be how I know which numbers and which coins you're adding first. All right, so here is our example with our dimes and nickels and 1 penny. So let's put them in order. I would do the dimes first because they're worth 10. I don't see any quarters there, so I don't need to worry about quarters. Here is my second dime. Third coin is a nickel. Fourth coin is a nickel. Fifth coin is a nickel that I'll add. And the sixth coin will be our penny. All right, so let's go ahead and add these up. So my 2 dimes, 10, it's like you have a plus sign here, 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 cents plus 5 more cents. So remember, every time we change coins, we're also changing what we're skip counting by. So this time we're skip counting by 5. So it would be 20 plus 5 is 25, plus 5 more is 30 cents, plus 5 more is 35 cents, plus 1 penny, 36 cents. So our total, 36 cents. All right, our next group, we have a lot of different kinds of coins. We actually have at least one of each. So let's go through. I'll say what each of them are. We have a dime, a quarter, a dime, nickel, penny. So the first coin I want to add, because it has the greatest value, is the quarter. So I'm going to put a number 1 next to the quarter. Then the next highest value are the dimes. So I'm going to put a number 2 next to this dime, a number 3, and a number 4, because those will be the second, third, and fourth coin that we'll add. Then I will add the nickel. So it's a little bit tricky to see, but you can kind of tell right here that this is a smaller coin than the one above it. And that's how, if you don't know the pictures yet, you'll start to learn the pictures on the backs and fronts of each coin. But if you don't know them, it's also good to look at the size. So this is going to be the 5th coin that I'm going to add, and that is my 5-cent nickel. And number 6 will be my 1-cent penny. Okay, so let's go ahead. Remember, every time we switch the coins, we're also switching what we're counting by. So the first coin is a quarter, and that is 25 cents. Plus 10 more cents. So 25 plus 10. So I'm looking at that tens place. 25 would jump up to 35 cents. Okay, another dime, 35 cents plus 10, 45 cents. Plus 10 cents more, 55 cents. Plus 5 cents more. So now I'm changing what I'm counting by, and I just want 5 more than 55. If you're not sure how to skip count or just forget what number would come next, you can always use a number line or count on your hands to make sure that you're only adding 5 cents. So that would be 55 plus 5 is 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, so that would be 60 cents plus 1 cent more is 61 cents. And my total is 61 cents. So make sure that's copied. If you need to, you can always pause it for a second, but I will go ahead and clear it. Hopefully you're working along right with me. And now we're going to turn and look at 497. Okay, number 3. So this is what I was talking about. So this is the on my own section. If you feel like you're ready and you want to start, you may. But we'll go through these because now it does not have the circles above to tell you which coin goes in which order. So instead, it's up to us to decide how we'll add it. The best way I have found is that we number our coins first to tell which one we're going to add first, second, third, fourth, and then we can start adding, okay? So first I'm going to look at this group of coins, okay? And I see a dime, a nickel, a penny, a quarter, a nickel, and a penny. So I have at least one of each kind. So if you remember, the greatest value of coin is the quarter. So I'm going to put a little number 1 next to that because that will be the first coin that I add. The second coin I'm going to add is the dime. That has the second highest value of 10 cents. Then I remembered I had 2 nickels, so I'm going to add those 2 next, number 3 and number 4. And then my pennies, number 5 and number 6. Okay, and now we're ready. And now we can remember which one we're adding first, second, third, all the way up to number 6. And I can also see in your work how you thought to add, okay? All right, so stay with me. Here we go. And we start with our quarter. Quarters are 25 cents. So I have my 25 cents. My next coin I'm going to add is the dime, and that's 10 cents. So 25 plus 10. 25 plus 10, 35. Okay, the third coin I'm going to add is a nickel. So 35 plus 5. So if you're not sure how to skip count like that, you can always add it up. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So now we have 40 cents. Here's another little trick. If I'm on the first line, it's the first coin. Second line is plus the first and the second. Third line, fourth line. So now I know, okay, go to coin number 4 that I wrote. Coin number 4 is another nickel. Nickel is 5 cents. So my nickel, I'm going to add 40 plus 5, which would be 45 cents. My fifth coin is a penny, which will be 46 cents. And my last coin is also a penny, so plus 1 more, 47 cents. Okay, now we're ready for number 4. Number 4, I see dime, 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 quarter, penny, penny. Okay, dime, 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 quarter, penny, penny. So I know that every time I'm adding and I see a quarter, I should always do that one first. It has the highest number, 25 cents. Then I can look to my dimes because they're worth 10. That's number 2, 3, and 4. The fifth coin I'm going to add is my penny, and the sixth coin I'll add is my last penny. All right, so now I'm ready to add these coins. So remember, a quarter is 25 cents. Plus my second coin, which is a dime. Dimes are 10 cents, so 25 plus 10 is 35. Third line, so I'm going to go to the third coin, another 10 cents, which is 45 cents. My fourth coin I'm going to add, 55 cents, because it's plus 10 more. My fifth coin is a penny. Pennies are 1 cent, so I go up to 56 cents. And we're last coin, another penny, 57 cents. So my total for that pile of coins is 57 cents. Okay. So I'll go ahead and clear that. Oops. Okay, here's another group of coins, and the directions say to draw and label the coins from greatest to least. Find the value of the coins. So what we're going to do is the same thing that we've been doing, is put them in order first. So I have a dime, a quarter, a dime, a penny, a quarter, and a dime. So right away, you should see those quarters and think quarters are first. So I'm going to put a number 1 next to my quarter, and I can label it by writing 25 inside. My second coin I'm going to add is the other quarter. So there's my quarter here, 25 cents. The third coin I should add is the dime, because that will be worth 10 cents. Go ahead and circle that here and write a 10 for my dime. The fourth coin I'm going to do is another dime, 10 cents. And my fifth coin, 3 dimes, 10 cents. And my penny, 1 cent. And now we're ready to add. So we've labeled them, we drew them, and now we can add them together. Now, after you've drawn them and you want to just remember that there's like a little plus sign in between each coin, if that helps you, because we're also adding values. This is just like a big, long addition problem. So we've got 25 plus 25, so 2 quarters. So 25 plus 25 is 50 cents, plus 10 more cents, 60 cents, plus 10 more is 70 cents, 10 more, 80 cents, plus 1 more cent, 81 cents. 81 cents. Okay, so I'll leave that for a minute so you can make sure you have that. Okay, I'll go ahead and clear that. And turn the page. Okay, this is 498, number 6. Suppose you have 1 quarter, 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 7 pennies. How much money do you have? Okay, here's a great time when you can show me that you can show your work by drawing out the coins or drawing out the amounts to show me what you're adding together. Okay, so I find it easiest to just think of them as their coin shape of a circle. And I'm going to start with my 1 quarter. So 1 quarter, 25 cents. 3 dimes. Now dimes are 10. I'm going to draw my 3 dimes and write a 10 in each of them. 1 nickel. Nickels are 5. 7 pennies. My 7 pennies, I'll put a little 1 inside each for my 7 pennies to add. 1 quarter, 3 dimes, 1 nickel, 7 pennies. And now I'm ready to add them together. So I start with my quarter. A quarter is 25 cents. 25 plus 10. 25 plus 10 is 35. Plus 10 more is 45 cents. Plus 10 more is 55 cents. Plus 5 is 60 cents. And now I'm going to change and count by ones. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So my total is 67 cents. And I can even go back and try and add that again just to be sure. 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Total 67 cents. All right, number 7. Luke wants to buy a bouncy ball that costs 25 cents. He has 5 pennies, 1 dime, and 2 nickels. Does Luke have enough money? So let me draw that, okay? I noticed right away that the coins are not in order for the greatest value to the least value. So when I draw them, I'm going to change that, okay? So it says he has 5 pennies, 1 dime, and 2 nickels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my dime first because that has the highest value of 10 cents. Next, I'm going to draw my 2 nickels because those each have a value of 5 cents. And last, I'm going to draw my 5 pennies because those are worth the least. And I'll draw a 1 inside each of those 5 pennies. So now, we start with our 10 cents and we're going to add up and see, does Luke have enough for him to buy the 25-cent bouncy ball? All right, so let's add it up. 10 plus 5 is 15. Plus 5 more is 20 cents. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 cents. He has 25 cents with these coins. We did practice last week finding the different, like finding 25 cents in a different way. So this would be a different way to have 25 cents in your hand. 1 dime, 2 nickels, and 5 pennies. We have 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 5 more is 20, and then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So your answer, does Luke have enough money? Your answer is yes, he does. All right, I'm going to clear this. So feel free to pause it if you're still working on it. And the last one, this one's for you, Connor, number 8. Connor has a quarter and a nickel. He gets 2 more quarters for helping around the house. How much money does he have now? Okay, so he has some money, but then he adds on even more. So we're going to just draw out everything and add it up. Okay, so it says quarter, that's 25 cents, and a nickel, that's 5 cents. He gets 2 more quarters for helping around the house. So I'm actually going to draw them with my quarters over here. 2 more quarters. 25 and 25. So now we're going to find out how much money he has now that he has helped around the house. So we count our quarters. 25 plus 25 is 50 cents. Plus 25 more is 75 cents. Plus 5 more is 80 cents. Okay, when we count quarters, our pattern is 25, 50, 75. 25, 50, 75. And then he had a nickel, so that's 5 more cents, which brings us up to 80 cents. 80 cents. Okay, now for homework tonight, what I'd like you to try are the next 2 pages. So you will see, I'll go back to the view that looks like this. You will work on a group of coins, putting them in order first, then adding them up. So put those little numbers in there. And then number 3 and 4 are the same, except they did not draw the coins for you. So you're going to write the little numbers and add them up on the line. And you have 2 problem solving type of questions, numbers 5 and 6. Okay, so good luck on those, and I will see you tomorrow.